Okay, so we should be up and running. I'll just wait for the confirmation. Everything just seems to be dying on me at the moment. And hey, there we are. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. We don't do the intro stream because then we're saving this as a VOD. So everything's got to work as soon as I hit the button, which is frustrating. I'm running about 5 minutes late because everything decided to desync between my two computers and not do any capture. But anyway, hello, welcome, LazyJ here. We're going to be diving into today's Tavern Brawl as per normal. I'll move my microphone a bit closer so I'm a bit clearer. I noticed that on the last VOD. Hopefully we don't have too many issues like that. This week's Tavern Brawl is called Everybunny Get In Here. Happy Noblegarden. Celebrate the season of dying eggs. One will spawn each turn. You'll get 10 random class cards and a bunch of dice to help you hatch something cute. This brawl provides a random deck with wild cards and brawl specific cards, a word I love saying. The gimmick is that one new egg spawns each turn and this egg will hatch into a random minion from Hearthstone. You have dice in your deck that will make the egg spawn with specific keywords like Rush, Lifesteal, Wind Theory, Taunt, etc. If you do not put a die on an egg, it instantly turns into a 1/3 bunny with no effects, so having dies in hand is important. Awesome, one moment. Sorry about that. Okay, so a relatively simple one. Doesn't matter what class we play, within reason. We'll get into that in a moment, but let's just keep going through some of the news and articles. I finally found the updated wiki, so things are a bit more up to date. Awesome. Okay, so everybody get in here. History, it's going to be the 5th time we've seen this Tavern Brawl, normally over Easter, which is cool. Then, what do we got? We get a deck with 16 shifting dies, one Noblegarden Goblin, a hen, some carrots, a spoon, and some random class cards. So what kind of cards have we got? So there's the bunny we're going to spawn if we don't have any effects. Each turn this is in your hand, transfer into a random die, so that's the effect we're going to have most of the game. Those random dies are going to include die and egg, which will give it 2/2. Die and egg that will give it Wind Fury. Die and egg that will give it Poisonous, Lifesteal, Stealth, Rush, Taunt, Divine Shield, and then Stealth at the end of your turn hatch into something cute. Every turn, you're going to get this egg spawning. It will eventually hatch into a bunny, and we get to buff the bunny as much as we can. And then we've got carrots to boost the bunnies up and some Battlecry Death Rattle cards. Okay. So lore, it comes from World of Warcraft. I'm not 100% familiar with it. If anyone's interested, this site is absolutely wonderful for getting that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to paste a link there to the wiki so people can wander across and have a look themselves. I'll also hopefully remember to put it in the description of the video when it's finished. But yeah, so all simple. Now I just want to see what I need to do while we're here. I need to play Mage, Priest and Rogue. Okay. Doing the Tavern Brawl. Let's see how we go. What did I say? I said Mage was one of them, so we'll play the 3 classes I need to win with. As I said at the start, there's probably a few classes that will do better than others. Probably Warlock has more sustainability because you can draw an extra card per turn. Probably going to be the best. The other thing to consider is the DK has the smallest spell pool, and there's some interesting spells in there that could be good. But it's less of an impact now that Death Knight's been around for a little while. Oh, I don't have my deck tracker running. We will fix that. I think we miss a turn. Interesting. I don't think there's going to be any more Protoss cards in my hands, in my deck, so that's a problem. Was it spells or was it random cards? Did I miss something? Random class cards. Okay, yeah, I did miss something. So, back about a year or two ago, just as kind of DK was kind of establishing itself in the game, it had the smallest card pool, which made it very consistent for some of these games. But as it's getting more and more cards, it's less useful. Taunt, Wind Fury, Wind Fury. We're just going to draw here. They're already developing stats, which is problematic. But Wind Fury was not something that really appealed to me in this early turn, so we'll just do 2 bunnies. I'm going to give it Divine Shield and Taunt and just hope for something good here.
It is not ready.
As I said, I think our best class is going to be Warlock because we'll be able to hero power. Because once you get into about the mid game, unless your RNG is really good, you're not going to have a lot of options to play. You're going to use up a lot of your resources early on. See, look at this. They get a Timberwolf that came in at stats at 5-6. Here I am sitting with a little Librarian that's only 2-1 Divine Shield and Taunt. Not the best. I do like having this in hand, but I don't know if we're going to get a chance to play it at 7 mana with those stats. We're going to try to trade at least semi-effectively here. That's about our best bet.
I have an axe to grind.
Sorry, but really.
I cannot target that. That one cannot attack you.
I love the RNG in this game at times. It's absolutely hilarious. I think we play this turn. That's good for turn 7. Now, out of curiosity, will the poison still kill if it hasn't even got one attack? Something I've never really thought of. Got to deal damage to affect poison, doesn't it? Well, we're about to find out anyway. Should like it's poison? Nope. Nope. Oh boy, that's rough. Ooh. Kitty mad. Oh, wow. After that bad RNG, we still come across ahead. Not gonna complain. Okay, so priest or rogue, what do we think? Maybe we're a priest? Like in the early game, within about up to turn 5, you're going to do okay because you're going to have cards to play. Once you get past turn 5, depending on what your RNG gave you out of all of the wild collection for your class, it's going to get really, really rough. So I really believe Warlock's going to be the best bet. We'll play some afterwards and hopefully that works out. Just gives you a little bit extra options. In a game very RNG focused, it's probably important. That's actually interesting. Watch me get a 0 attack again. Discover a spell from your deck when most of them are shifting dies. That sounds great. I wonder what options I'm going to get. Wish it was discover from 3 different spells, maybe. Would be nice, but ooh, okay. Which one do we gamble on? Hot coals or rest in peace? Both have potential. Pay attention. We can get something big and they don't. That will be awesome. They get something big and we don't. Bye-bye now. Good old RNG. Restore health doesn't do much. We've got nothing big to resummon yet. This is repeatable. So I'd like to play at least next turn, maybe. Maybe we want something like that. If we can buff it to make it at least have a decent booty and some attack. So the debate with myself is how big do we want to get this? This could be, if we can play this turn 6, turn 8, so much more stats that it may be worth just trying to get something on board that's going to be solid. What did they chuck there? Divine Shield. Okay. We're going to go for that. Have an ability to heal. And we're going to have a 4/4 as our biggest minion. Again, all the synergies are going to be pretty much useless. And they get a draw too. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Though I may fall, our people will persevere.
He didn't get rushed, so the Divine Shield only does 1 ping. Unless they got carrots or something. Yeah, I'm poisonous. Smart. Did that light just flicker? Or am I just having a stroke? Okay. We can hit you and heal. Let's go with something decent there, hopefully. Let's at least limit what they can do with that. Their biggest minion is going to be a 3/4 rush or charge. This is definitely not going to be our best minion to summon off this. But it could be a good kill.
You gotta be kidding me!
This one turned out nicely.
It'd be really cool to be able to draw there.
It is finished. You win.
Okay. I'm not complaining again, but people, you just hang in the game a little bit longer. Is there anything else we can work on while I'm doing this? Not really. We could try re-rolling that, but it's not going to matter, so we'll just go back. I think for the most part we've seen everything this tavern really has to offer. We'll play, this is our 3rd class. So this might be a short stream. We'll play this one, we'll see how Warlock goes. Thursdays have been a bit rough for me at the moment. Everything seems to want to happen on a Thursday in the last couple of weeks. It's just really limiting my time. Mainly because we've got public holidays at the moment. We had Easter last weekend and then we've got Anzac Day tomorrow. So things shut down and don't.
Versus
operate as per normal. Which means I've got to do everything today that I'd normally do tomorrow. I'm kind of happy this is a smaller than normal. Ooh, that's going to be huge. I think we'll throw that back and we'll throw carrots back just because they will be better a bit later on. We'll keep a die. This on turn 3 is such a good stat against the bunnies. And that doesn't help me much. Divine Shield. How nice. We're gonna go Taunt. What is that value? What is that value? Oh, they're not happy with me. We can't let that live. We're getting too much value off it. This is going to be huge with Taunt. Let's just hope they don't get poisoned here. Oh, they're just aggro and a half. Give a minion death rattle summon 2 copies of this minion that are dormant for 2 turns. We get you're the best bet there. We could really do with some lifesteal though. Oh, we're expecting that. Carrots could be good this turn. Might help us control the board a bit. How's it? Oh my god, really? It's hilarious. If I wasn't losing. No, I don't think I'll lose here, but yeah. It's amazing, just like 10 cards out of all wild potential options, and they manage to get 2 Zerg cards, and they get them in the order that they can play them both in a turn. Want a hero power, but we need some lifesteal or something. Okay, can someone explain that one to me? Don't know what to think here. Sorry, I kind of went a bit quiet there. So, we've got some good value on board. We can redo that Death Rattle on this guy, so we can summon 2 copies of him. This guy gives us a lot of board presence. We can trade effectively. My biggest concern here is my health pool. Not good, okay. Like it or not, we can only take out 2. They got a hero power we can't risk. That doesn't save us, and they get another egg there. We're dead. Well played. Not too bad. I want to play this one again. The RNG just sucks. There's so many cards that are insta wins if you get them all in the right order. Or if you get them RNG wise. But we will go one more. We'll open our pack, as long as I don't forget to do that. And then we will move on. Warlock. This is probably one too many games for what this Tavern Brawl is, but I'd like to get a win with Warlock if we can.
Gul'dan versus Arthas. For Lordaeron, know the true essence of fear.
I don't think they help me. I'll try keeping carrots this time. And that's even worse. That is such a bad value deal. Okay, it's a 4/6 with taunt, but let's hang on to the egg. Do what they do. One thing I don't get at the moment, and we'll see what happens this game before I... So when this pops... Okay.
A misstep.
A misstep? Interesting. Did I not attack? Am I bunny attack? I thought I only hatched that turn. Why am I misstepping? That definitely didn't help. A star piece?
I don't have enough mana.
No. What's triggering them getting a larger minion? Like, I put 2 on this and I get a 1/1/1. This is just random again. And how is Huffa's cute? Disagree with that.
Reporting for duty.
Do you reckon we have a Zerg? Let's find out if we got a Zerg. It's 2 times I get those cards. I don't have another card in my deck. My opponent, twice. Love this game. Yes. Yeah, it's so good. Gives me something to challenge myself with. We lose this. Without a miracle. Do we carrot here? I'm kind of thinking we play this and carrot. We'll have these 2, which we can trade that into the Huffer to at least do something. This will have 4 lives. So that just happened. I'm pretty sure we're dead. We've been a turn or 2. Indeed, really? Nothing I've got so far this game is even close to competing with that. Ones don't bother me so much, Steed does. Pen doesn't save us, they just go face and we're dead. Smart poison there means even if I can get a taunt online this cycle, doesn't help me. We need removal. And we need cheap removal. Which there isn't a lot of. That's not it. Zero power. That's not it. We are done. We can't even get through the taunt. I guess we get some healing. Without any buffs, technically we get another turn. But oop, carrot does it. Awesome. Well, we went 2 and 2. I'm happy with that. I really am. It is extremely extremely RNG heavy though. There's just so much RNG that you could be the best player in the world and still struggle at times. But then again, that can be the challenge. Some people like that. So, quick overview. We have... Your deck starts off with your normal 30 cards. 16 of those are going to be shifting dies. Those are going to be able to buff your eggs that hatch into different minions. They seem to be random, from best I can tell. Sorry, I just read that. This Tavern Brawl is RNG placed on top of RNG. They're suggesting use the dies when you can. It's better to just use one die per egg than multiple ones, however. Okay, that's an interesting tip. But yeah, it's definitely RNG on top of RNG. This something cute is frustrating because there's stuff like Huffer in the pool, which makes it so unfair if you pop one of those early on. But it is what it is. We got a couple wins in. A couple other people got some wins in. It's always good to share the love, I guess, on something like this. If you are having trouble with that and you do have a friend within the Hearthstone community, hit them up. You can always play against a friend to complete these things. Back in the day, me and my daughter used to challenge each other every Tavern Brawl and would get our win that way. First game was always legit, and then the second game was to get the other person the win. Made it quick, easy, and done. And yeah, if you are looking for other people to do that with, you can always join my Discord and reach out, and we can see what we can do. For anyone interested in any way you can find me, I have a link tree. It takes you to anywhere you can find me. I'm moving away from the mic a little bit. I need to be a bit closer. There it is there. I'll post a link in the chat as we cycle through. And it will be in the description of this video. We will open our pack and then kind of wander out. I stream daily on Twitch at the moment. That will be coming to an end, but here's something I'm doing at the moment. 2 rares. I don't need any new rares, but here we are. Awesome. That completes that for the day. Thank you for all those who stopped by, past, present, and future. It's always greatly appreciated. I will be back next week to check out next week's Tavern Brawl. Hopefully we get something different. And until next time, good luck and have fun.